guest, she reps that 301. In fact, her number's literally 301.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
Our first guest, man, it's been an honor to have known her. And I think we first met when I was doing my short film back in 2018. And she was one of the dancers in that film. If y'all remember, for The Howard Woman, she was one of the dancers in the film. And one of the amazing things about her is how much she's grown. She's all about natural hair and beauty and all that good stuff. And so I just want to introduce y'all to Slaymiya, also known as Slaymiya. Am I saying it right?
Yes, perfect.
What's up? What's going on? How you doing?
So good. I'm so thankful to be here. To be the first guest on the first episode, I just feel like a superstar. So thank you. I really appreciate it. You always give me really good opportunities. So thank you so much. I'm really excited.
You're very welcome, man. You're very welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey. What are you about? What are you passionate about? And you have an army of followers, man. And they are so committed. You know what I mean? It's just wonderful to see it. So if you could just tell us, what you're about, what your process, and what everything that you're currently doing right now.
Okay, sure. Well, again, I'm Slaymiya, also known as Slaymiya. I'm a natural hair and makeup influencer. As you can see, I do my hair, I do my makeup. Really, my main thing is about self-love and not being perfect. I like to base all my videos off of that. That's my main thing, because I feel like throughout the internet, there's a lot of people who try to portray themselves as being perfect, and a lot of people have self-image issues, trying to base themselves off what we see and like the Instagram models and the big booties and the big faces. But no, I really get on here and be myself. I come on here without makeup, without my hair, without anything, just to show that anybody could really do the natural hair game. And it really all me. I'm really talking about myself, because at one time it was me looking at all these people like, okay, well, I don't have this surgery, I don't have loose hair, I don't have a big face, I'm a little crooked, like I'm a little different, but I'm true to myself that I can still do it, and I'm helping everybody else, I guess. Started really on YouTube doing vlogs and things like that, and I think a lot of people saw me doing my own hair, my own makeup, and wanted to know how. So I think December 2018, I believe, December 2018, when I dropped my first Instagram tutorial.
Yeah, that was when we met, around that time. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. Like, I really did not even believe in myself at the time. But that video showed me that I could do anything. I think it got around like 10,000 views, and I thought I was popping. I was like, oh, wow, this can really be something. Like, I might have something. And 2 years later, here I am with 23,000 followers and views on views on views and likes on likes on likes. And I'm appreciative and thankful for everybody. I call them my Slay Gang. I don't call them followers. Don't nobody follow.
I see them checking in.
It's in here. I see hearts. But yes. Yeah, that's basically the background of everything, how I got started and things like that.
So you started off on YouTube first and foremost, and then you made a transition to IG.
Yes.
About how many subscribers did you have on YouTube?
When I first made the transition?
Yeah.
When I first made the transition, I want to say I had 2,000 subscribers.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah. Right now, where we at? I don't want to tell them. I want you to tell them where we're at right now.
So on YouTube, I think I'm at 8,600, something around that.
Right. Almost 10K. Yeah.
Getting up there. So.
Right. But see, I want you to speak because one of the things I was telling you over the phone yesterday when we talked, I was saying how when me and you met, you probably just had like maybe 2,000 followers or something like that on IG. And then I checked back in about a year after that. I said, wait a minute, I said, what's going on? You know what I mean? And no, because the growth was almost like an overnight kind of growth. You know what I'm saying? And I was just thinking about that. Do you think that it was because I know it's a lot of people watching, a lot of my followers are like creators, they make a lot of content, you know, that sort of
Right.
thing. And everybody's always thinking about the best way to go about social media and posting stuff. And if you could just give us certain things that you did starting off and that you still do right now that you feel like has really helped the process, because I know it's going to be helpful to a lot of people.
Okay, sure, no problem. I really love giving tips away and things like that because I love seeing people grow like
Right.
that. I think my main thing, that this is gonna be really cliche,
Right.
but it's truthful. My
Okay.
main thing is I stayed true to myself. Like I said, like I was always the type of girl who wasn't so like sedity. Like I'm not that girly, even though I do my hair and do my makeup. I'm not that
Right.
girl. I like to take it off. I like to get rough. I like to talk, like really talk to my subscribers and Slay Gang and things like that. So I stayed true to myself. Now,
Right.
getting into like the strategy thing, what I did was I looked at, okay, so let me start over.
Right.
I was an avid YouTube watcher, Instagram follower, like somebody who is really into the beauty world and the hair world. So what I did was I thought about what would I want to see as the audience? How many times would I want to see somebody post? Would it be every day? I personally know I didn't like every day because it's like there's nothing for me to look forward to. It's like when are they going to drop something new if they post it every other day or every 2 days? So I'm like, since I like that as a watcher, as the audience, as the audience, I know that other people would probably like the same thing. So I started doing that. Then I said, okay, well, how would I like for my favorite influencer to interact with me? Right? So every time anybody commented, whether it was somebody that I knew, somebody who was new to my page, I would answer their comments and really interact and not act Hollywood and say, oh, I got 10,000 views and things like that. I'm not going to answer no more. No, I still answer comments. If I see their name in their username, I'll say, thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much, Chris. I would really like get into my followers' lives. When they DM me, I answer. I'm like, you want to try this hairstyle? Keep me updated. Let me know how it goes. And they really do. So if that is how I would like to be interacted with, I just thought that it would be a good idea to interact with people the same way. And that has really taken me super far because your core audience is so, so, so important. And you cannot forget about them when you blow up. Even though I don't think I'm blown up, still remember the people who were commenting and liking and watching my stuff and engaging with me when I had, like you said, 2,000 followers. So really still try to build with them and also with the new people. So that was really my approach. That's still my approach. It's still what I do, and it's working. So I love it. I love it.
I love it. I just want to recap. If y'all just tuning in, first of all, we are with my girl, Slaymiya, the Slay Gang. I mean, the Slay Gang is checking in. Y'all let me know where y'all checking in from. DC, Maryland, Virginia, where we checking in from, and what is we sipping on? I'm sipping on some regular old, you know what I'm saying? Like, right, this one I'm sipping on tonight. So let me know where y'all checking in from and what y'all sipping on. But it was 3 things that you said. For those of us who are just tuning in, I just want to recap. You said number 1, be truthful. Be true to yourself. That's very important. Okay, we got, all right, I see y'all checking in. Be true to yourself. Watch what you want to create. Because you were saying you was watching a lot of like, you know, videos on like beauty and that sort of thing. So watch what you're trying to create, and also just interact with your followers and your audience and your fans, and that's very important. So for those of us who are creating content, trying to grow our followers and that sort of thing, it's very important that you do that. It was something else you said, and I want to go back to that because I think it's very important. When you started out, you were talking about self-love.
Yes.
And I'm very big. I'm very big on that. You know what I mean? So I want you to go back and talk about this connection between self-love and beauty. You know, what's going on inside and how that reflects what you have on the outside, because you were talking about how, you know, sometimes you show up with no makeup on and that sort of thing. And so I want you to speak to that, because it's a lot of people who feel like if I don't have a certain type of hair or a certain type of, you know, body shape and that sort of thing, you know, I'm not going to feel good about myself. But you mentioned about how self-love was so key and how that impacted you right now. So if you could just make that connection between self-love, what's going on the inside, and just physical, you know, beauty and what's on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. I'd like to start off by saying, like, I think it's a big misconception that women who do their hair and who wear makeup all the time do not love themselves. That's not true.
Okay.
Most of the time, the women with the makeup and the hair and things like that are the ones who really, really, really love themselves, and they want to show their beauty and be creative. Now, I'm not saying that's everybody in every case, and I'm not saying that people that don't wear makeup and don't do their hair don't love themselves. That's not true. But what is, we have to start looking deeper, instead of just saying that girls that wear hair, makeup, and weave and things like that are trying to be somebody else, or girls that get surgery, even girls that get Botox, that they don't love themselves. That's not true. That's not true. We just want to be better. I'm saying I don't have Botox, but I'm saying, like, women want to be better, and I think that is important. I think it's also been a trend for people to bully women who do hair and things like that, and say, you don't love yourself, take that makeup. And I still get those comments. You know, you're so much better without it. Okay, what if I just wanted to be creative and show my talents and show what I can do? Right? So I think that at it from a different framework. But yes, also very important to love yourself when the braids come out, when the weave come out, when the makeup comes off. That is starts from within. If we really want to talk about it, things like that start from childhood. So it's not just based on social media and things like that, what you see. That's definitely a part of it. But I think that we as a people, women, men, every non-binary, anybody, have to look deeper within ourselves to pull that self-love and then express it in whatever way makes you feel comfortable, right? So for me, it's hair and makeup. For somebody else, it could be comedy. We see a lot of skits on Instagram. It could be like your live show, showing that you love yourself, doing things that you love shows that you love yourself. And I think that is a main thing, a good thing about self-love that's not normally talked about. So I did want to touch on that.
That's key. That's key. I think that's very powerful, because I read something somewhere that says, do something that makes you happy every day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And part of what really shows how you feel about yourself is the kind of things that you get into, is the kind of things that you do, is the kind of things that you expose yourself to. And even in that topic of self-love, because that's something I'm really very passionate about, because I feel like you can't even have a successful relationship if you don't love yourself, because self-love, the word says self-love. So, and you can't give what you don't have. You know, one of my favorite scriptures says, love your neighbor as yourself. So you have to start with yourself. And I think it's very important when we talk about self-love to know that that's the foundation of everything that we do, that you can have all the expensive stuff and makeup and bags and all that good stuff, but it'll just be you just covering up what's on the inside. And so it has to come from within. And it's amazing too, the other thing that you touched on, with the fact that when you love yourself, it shows. You know, the way that you carry yourself is a lot different when you really love yourself. And I think it's important for everyone watching, you know. And in another episode, we're really going to go deeper into like self-love and be practical about it, because I feel like it's something that we really need, especially in this time and season, and just even moving forward, just practicing self-love and loving ourselves in every step of the way. But we had talked about tips, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are showing love to that hair, though. Like, it's amazing. The Slay Gang, look at that. Look at that, y'all. They are checking in. Now, I want you to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that you do on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Just give me like your top 5 top 5 beauty hair makeup tips. You know what I'm saying? Just a short version of it. Top 5 for everyone watching right now. Something that it's your go-to. You know what I mean? That you cannot do without.
Okay. Makeup and hair, top 5.
Right. Top 5.
All right. Let's start off with hair since that's my main thing.
Right.
Number 1 tip: plan what style you want to do in your head before you do it.
Okay.
Know what you want to do before you do it, because if you do not, you're going to get frustrated with yourself.
Right.
Number 1 tip. Okay.
All right.
2 tip. Let's throw in some makeup tips. Number 2 tip: do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to try new colors in terms of like eyeshadow and lipstick and things like that. New colors, new techniques, and things like that, because you never know what you'll find. I found some of my favorite techniques through trying things out. 3rd tip: going off the technique thing, definitely get a compact mirror to do your makeup in. Because if you're doing your makeup in a big mirror that's far away, you only seeing what you look like far away. No, when people get up close in person,
right,
we want to be slayed. So you have to
all right.
up close so you can make sure every bit of skin is covered with the foundation. All your eyeshadows are blended so you can see yourself.
Right.
Okay, let's jump back into hair just because. 4,
right.
Always have your hair moisturized before you do a style. Because if you're twisting out and braiding out and bantu knotting without your hair being moisturized, baby, it's not gonna work out.
It's not gonna work out.
And you're gonna be mad, and you're gonna be in Slaymiya DMs talking about, Slaymiya, why this ain't work like it worked for you.
Why it didn't work? When you did it, it was good.
It's like that 1-minute tutorial bamboozled me. And I'm gonna say, did you moisturize?
Right.
And number 5 tip for both would be yourself. It's nice to try to copy influencers' hairstyles, but everybody's hair is different. Every strand, it doesn't matter if we both have the same hair type. I could have 3C hair, you could have 3C hair. Our hair might not turn out the same, and that is okay. You really have to take time to get to know your hair. You have to take time to get to know your face, to find out if you're oily or if you're dry or things like that. So really test it out, take time, get to know your face, get to love your hair, get to love your face, and that'll really help in the way you apply your makeup.
That's hot. That's hot. So I just like to do this little recap. So while you were talking, I was taking notes. So for everyone who's just tuning in right now, we're talking about top 5 beauty tips, for hair and makeup. And number 1 was plan what style you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Plan it ahead of time. Know what you're getting ready to do. Don't be afraid to try new colors and new techniques and new things like that. Don't be afraid to try new stuff, and get a mirror. A compact size one that you can use up personal. And then moisturize. It's important to do that. And then lastly, be yourself. So those are my top 5 tips, what I'm saying, for right now. Talk to us about some of the stuff that you have going on right now, stuff that you have coming up that the Slay gang should be looking forward to.
Yes. Okay, cool. So right now, I just started my fall hair series, hair makeup look series. So the first one was this hairstyle. I think it's very fall and leaves and Halloween and cool. So starting that, that's going to be super fun. I'm hopping back onto YouTube. I feel like I kind of neglected my YouTube family for Instagram. I don't like that at all. Like I said, that core started on YouTube. So I'm definitely going to get back on there, do some in-depth tutorials, because the ones can fly by fast and people have a lot of questions. So I definitely am going to get back into YouTube to get into the details of everything, so people can actually follow along and things like that. So those are 2 main things. I'm also, this is an exclusive. I haven't told anybody yet.
We got a live with Lysious exclusive.
Yes. So I am in the works of starting my own hair product line.
Woo! That's hot. That's big.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Super,
That's what,
super early, super in the works. Like literally
right.
notebook and pen with ingredients I like type
Right.
stuff. But that's what I'm working on. I'm really excited to drop that soon, maybe within the next year or two. So those are in the beginning stages. I'm really excited for that. So those are the main things.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me ask you this last question before we let you go.
Okay.
Because we're touching a lot of things tonight, but I always like to ask, like, where do you see this in the next 5 years? What's the goal? What's the plan with this in the next, 5 or so years from now? What's the vision?
Wow. Wow. That question makes me really excited.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm just excited to see what is going to happen in the future. Not only in terms of me, but in terms of the world. Like currently we're in a pandemic. I hope that changes.
Right.
But for me specifically, in the next 5 years, I definitely want to make it to TV. I would love to do some hosting things and things like that. I would also love to be the face of a brand, being like the main stores, the Targets, the Ultas, the Sephoras. That's my,
Right.
I really want to get up there. I'm also into the technical side because influencing, you have to know cameras and lighting and things like that. So I definitely
Right.
shoot a campaign. I want to do some behind the scenes things, just so I can know what's going on, and maybe I like being behind the scenes more. I just want to try everything. So I think in the next 5 years, I want all of my curiosity to to be solidified. Like I'm into hair, I'm into makeup, I'm into TV, I'm into speaking, I'm into technical. In 5 years, I want to be like, this is what I want to do. This is what I love, and this is where I'm going. So yes, I want my curiosity to be stable in 5 years.
I'm a firm believer in, like, you have to speak it into existence, and I feel like just as you said it, it's all gonna manifest itself, one at a time. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do on this show, man. We speak things into existence, and I want y'all to really pay attention. I want y'all to really watch. Like, just give it time. You know what I'm saying? Give it time. All the stuff that she said. Check back in again 5 years from now, and you're gonna see that those things are starting to manifest. Now, because I believe that, because there's so much power in what we say and that sort of thing. So I really want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for taking time out of your hectic schedule. I know, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was like, can you send me a short video? You were like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta post my video right quick, and I'm gonna get
Yeah,
to you.
I'm yeah. I'm glad I made it though. I'm glad we got
Right, that we did. We
so
did.
fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And people don't know, like, you rep that HU strong too. Like, people don't realize that Bison family. What?
Oh,
So thank you guys so much. Please, if you're not following already, please follow.
yes.
What's your IG? If they don't know, they should know already. But what is it?
My Instagram is Slaymiya1, Slaymiya1. And YouTube is just Slaymiya, Slaymiya. And yeah, follow me. Join the Slay Gang. It's lit. We popping.